Israeli lawmakers are due to vote on 3 pivotal laws this week affecting the country's future, and Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu has tied the fate of those 3 laws together, demanding that his coalition partners vote in favor of all of them. In protest against the move, opposition members have called for a boycott of all 3 laws, although they are expected to pass anyways.
I think the decision to have all the 3 laws together in 1 week and in quite a quick procedure is really a question of trading issues, something which is known from other precedents in other countries and from political theory. There is some doubt about the majority of each of the laws separately, so each of the parties involved in the coalition is ready to give up on issues which are less important in order to get what is more important for it.
Lawmakers have passed the governance law, which raises the electoral threshold from 2 to 3.25% of the general vote, and are due to vote on a much-anticipated military draft law that would bring thousands of ultra-Orthodox men into Israel's military after years of exemptions, as well as a law that would put any ceding of Jerusalem or the Golan Heights to a referendum. Israel is grappling with a cultural war over the place of the ultra-Orthodox in Israeli society. Since Israel's founding, the ultra-Orthodox, who comprise about 8% of Israel's population, have largely been allowed to avoid compulsory military service. But the exemption has enraged secular Israelis who say the ultra-Orthodox are not doing their fair share. But according to Shmuel Pappenheim, an ultra-Orthodox activist, forcing the draft bill through Parliament could lead to a clash with the Orthodox community.
If it is done through force, through a struggle, it will just radicalize the ultra-Orthodox public. Even within the ultra-Orthodox public, there is much discussion about whether or not to integrate and accept all sorts of plans. But it's clear that at the moment, extreme opinions are much more common and are taking over the community. If that's the way it's done, there will be a clash.
The army would be required to draft an increasing number of ultra-Orthodox Jews each year, with the goal of enlisting roughly 60% of those of draft age by mid-2017. Israel would grant financial incentives to religious seminaries that send their students to the army, and criminal sanctions would be imposed on draft dodgers if the community fails to meet the quota according to the law's timeline.